morning, people, on this lovely Easter morning, or I should say, Alexa, what is the date and time? Alexa, what is the date and time?
It's Sunday, April 17th, 2022 at 6:58 a.m.
Great. What's the weather like? Alexa, what's the weather like?
Currently, in Pahrump, it's 43 degrees Fahrenheit with clear skies and sun. You can expect more of the same today, with a high of 83 degrees and a low of 43 degrees.
Okay.
Enjoy the sunshine, Edward.
Thank you. Thank you. Well, Sunday morning, Easter, this should be one of those days that becomes a special day that you remember every year, because for Christians and Jesuits, this is kind of like the most important day of the year, because this is the day that Jesus was resurrected, which is the proof of his divinity and that he was the Messiah. Without the resurrection, no Christianity. But that's not the purpose of our thing, just to mention that this is an important day. It should be an important day for you. This could be your day of resurrection, the day you came back from where you were, back to where you are, who you could have become before you went down the path that led you here. For us here at Camp Rain Man, it is Sunday, which means this is the day we go to the solar array, solar panel, up the road, which is about, I think, 1.25 miles uphill both directions, and then on the hop on the way back. So that's it for us Sunday. That's why we get started a little bit later. Actually should be outside right now, but getting this done. And where do we go from here? That's a good question. So for everybody who's watching, everybody who's in housing, everybody who has, well, who could be watching in the future, this is the day, once again, to make something of it. Let's go to Seth Godin, see what he has to say. His talk today is called Asking and Daring. High Noon is a cornerstone of American cinema, a sobering and memorable look at heroism and community. In the movie, the sheriff is facing near certain death at the hands of a killer freed from prison. He has about an hour to gather a posse of deputies, because together they'll be able to repel the avenging outlaw when he arrives on the noon train. As the clock ticks down, the marshal visits one part of the community after another, begging them to help him, and each finds a reason to say no, preferring short-term safety to long-term freedom, community, belonging, and heroism. Howard Hawks, director of Rio Bravo, pointed out that the reason that the marshal failed to rally the community was that he was asking, in search of affiliation. He shared his fears and a story of mutual support as well as loyalty for what he'd done for them for so long. In Rio Bravo, on the other hand, John Wayne does nothing of the sort. He regularly turns down offers of help, being selective about who's worthy of being on his team. He shares no fear or trepidation. He's selling status and dominance, not affiliation. How are you good enough to be on this team? Humans are motivated by affiliation or by status. And in the archetypical Old West, it was status that often carried the day. The same might be true for the community that you were part of. Interesting. Very interesting. Maybe a movie worth watching. High Noon. As the clock ticks down, the marshal visits one part of the community after another, begging them for help, and each finds a reason to say no, preferring short-term safety to long-term freedom, community, belonging, and heroism. Howard Hawks, director of Rio Bravo, pointed out that the reason the marshal failed to rally the community was that he was asking in search of affiliation. He shared his fears in a story of mutual support as well as loyalty for what he'd done for them for so long. Interesting. Worth pondering. He has about an hour to gather a posse of deputies. So, hey guys, come on. Something bad's going to happen in an hour, but if we work together, it'll be better. But no one was willing to sacrifice themselves for everyone else. Okay, get that. But on the other hand, we can look at the John Wayne character, who I guess in this sense would be saying to the people, who among you is good enough to help me repel this bad guy? Who among you should be on my team? Are you good enough to be on this team? Humans are motivated by affiliation or by status. So the sheriff in High Noon was trying to motivate people by affiliation, whereas John Wayne would motivate people by status. Are you good enough? And in the archetypical Old West, it was status that often carried the day. Okay, not affiliation. Okay, cool. So thank you once again, Seth Godin. Not sure what else to say. It's Easter Sunday. This is the day that we should reflect. And the question would be for everyone, if Jesus was resurrected, there's not much reason to not accept him as the Savior, as the Messiah. Okay, so we have Shelton and Clayton. Shelton and Colton going out to make a go of doing headlights. Cool. Not sure about the gang signs though. Let me type that. Okay, so Department 3 is stepping up their game. All right, in stream, there we go. Shelton. Also, I'm going to do a special video acknowledging some work that Bo is doing. So, and I want to think about the High Noon correlation, connection. Is it status or affiliation? Maybe both. Okay, cool. And that's it for today. Thank you everyone for being there. And let's go to our Navy SEAL maxim. Yesterday was the only easy day, so let's make something happen today.